think innovation is oftentimes taking things that appear to be unrelated or disparate and combining them into something that is meaningful and useful. And that can mean assembling different disciplines to work together, for example. The conduct and the outcome of a clinical trial, for example, can result in innovation, but to make that happen, you need medical specialists and statisticians and programmers and people from all different walks of life, as it were, to really put their brains together to come up with a plan that ultimately yields this innovative outcome. I think my first sort of encounter with innovation was in graduate school. I mean, I think the 4 years that I spent at Harvard pursuing my PhD there in organic chemistry gave me a sense of what innovation is all about. In the course of my work, I synthesized 3 natural products, molecules found in nature but never before chemically synthesized. And I think that excitement, that flash of insight that ultimately enabled me to be successful generating these molecules, for example, was in a way my first taste of innovation and what that meant and what that felt like. I think to be an innovator, one has to be very resilient and I think willing to keep in perspective the fact that failure is sort of a given, a byproduct, if you will, of taking the risks necessary in the first place to achieve something of great value at the end. Innovation to me is really about people. It's about getting the right people together and forming teams that ultimately are effective. There's very little innovation that I'm aware of that is sole sourced or comes from a single individual. More and more it's a team effort. And I think when we talk about diversity, a lot of times I think that the teams that I've seen that are really innovative are teams that have people who come from different backgrounds, different perspectives, yes, sometimes different temperaments, and I think, but you know, part of that is being able to manage and get along with and integrate, say, strong personalities or people who tend to have dominant points of view. In many cases, these are experts, and they're people whose insights and whose passion for the idea you don't want to subjugate. At the same time, to get to the goal line, everybody has to be able to work together. I think that's where leadership comes in, and I think that you know, that's ultimately the key to successful innovation.